Hello students, welcome back to my channel Mind Your Exam. In this video, we would be doing the back exercise questions of chapter 8 strings from your NCERT class 11th book from computer science. Okay, so the first question says that you are given a string my subject. The name of the string variable is my subject and it contains the value computer science. So there are different parts to this question, and for each part you have to tell what will be the output. So the first part says that you have to print my subject 0 colon length of my subject. So basically you have to print the string starting at index 0 and going till the length of the string -1. So as you know, the first index of a string is 0 and the last index of any valid index, the last valid index of any string is length of that string -1. So this particular part will print the entire string computer science. Okay, coming to the second part says print the part of the string starting at location or index value -7 and going till index value -1. So basically the last index is not included, so we have to print the string starting from the location -7 till -2. Okay, so when you try to calculate the index values, you will see that last character of the string small e has the index -1, then C has -2, N has -3, -4, -5, -6 and -7. So the substring that will be printed as a result of this print statement is SCIENC, and the last E is not printed because the last index is not included, okay, while printing. So the next part says you have to print the substring of my subject such that the starting and the ending index are the default values. That means the start and end index are not specified, so they will be taken as the starting index will be 0 and the ending index would be taken as the length of the string, and you have to print the string between these two index values in a gap of 2. So you will start from the very first letter present at index 0 and you will print every second letter till the end of the string. Okay, so you will start with the first letter of the string, skip one letter, then print the next, then skip P, then print U, and so on. Okay, coming to the next part. In the next part you have to print this substring which you have to print the character that is present at length of this string -1. So how will you know that you have to, the answer will be a single character or a substring? See, whenever we do string indexing, that is, we specify a single index value. Okay, so this particular expression will evaluate to a single value, and that means that you have to print a single character present at this particular index. However, when you are specified a range of values like in the previous examples, then there will be a colon mark, the colon character that will specify the starting and ending index. Okay, and in this case the last character of the string, that is E, will be printed. Okay, coming to the next part. In the next part you have to perform string concatenation, okay, or rather I should say string repetition using the star operator. So as you know, the star operator is a kind of string concatenation in which you concatenate the string with itself these many number of times as specified on the left hand side of the repetition operator. So basically this will print the same string appended twice. So the first string is computer science, and at the end of this string the same string has been added or appended. Okay, so you are printing the string my subject 2 number of times. All right, coming to the next part. The next part says print the substring that starts at index 0, ends at the length of the string, and in a gap of -2. Now a gap of -2 basically means you have to print the characters in the reverse order in gaps of 2. So the first character that will be printed would be the first character from the end of the string. Then you skip one character and then you print the next character. Then you skip one character, then you print the next character going from right to left. So the output would be the last character E, then N, then I, then capital S, the space character would be skipped, then R, T, P, O. Okay. Coming to the next part, the next part performs string concatenation. Now in this concatenation, there are two substrings. The first string starts at default starting index 0 and it goes till 3 minus 1 index. That means the first value is 0, index 1 and index 2. And the second string starts at index 3 and goes till the end of the string. So what is index 3? This was 0, 1 and 2, and index 3 starts from P and goes till the end of the string. So in total, the first 3 characters of the string will be concatenated with the remaining string and you'll get the complete string again. Okay. Now coming to the next part. In the next part, we are using a built-in function, the swap case function for string manipulation. And what it will do, it will change the casing of each and every character. If the casing or in the original string, if a particular character is present in lowercase, then in the output string, the character will be present in the uppercase and vice versa. So the original string had only 2 characters, C and S in capital case, rest all were in lowercase. But the output string contains all characters in capital case except C and S. Okay. Coming to the next part. In the next part, the Python interpreter is asked whether the string my subject starts with the substring COMP, and yes, it is true. Therefore, the return value would be Boolean true. In this next case, in the next part, we are asking to print whether the particular string my subject is consisting of only alphabets, but this is not true because there is a space character which is a non-alphabetic character. Therefore, the return value will be false. Now in the second question, again you are provided with a string named my address and the string value is some address WZ-1, New Ganganagar, New Delhi, and you have to perform different operations, string manipulation on this string in each part. So in the first part, you have to convert my address string to lowercase. So all the characters, no matter how they were, in what case they were present in the original string, they will be converted to lowercase characters. Similarly, in the next part, all the alphabets will be converted to uppercase characters irrespective of their case in the original string my address. Now in the next part, you have to count how many times the substring new is appearing in this string my address. Now keep in mind that here new is case sensitive. That means you have to search for this substring which has a capital N and small case ENW. Okay, so since you can see here also new is occurring twice, the answer should be 2. When we execute it, we get the answer as 2. Okay. In the next part, we have to find the index at which the substring new is occurring. Okay, so these are all built-in functions that we have discussed in the previous video. So we have to find the first index at which new will occur. So W is present at index 0, 1, 2, 3, 4 and this is index value 5. So let's see, the answer is 5 because at the first time new substring is present at index value 5. Okay. Now, the next part is asking you to use the rfind operation or rfind function and return at what index this particular substring is present the first time when you start searching from right to left. Now, you do not have to begin your search from left to right. You have to go from backward towards the starting of the string. So basically, you have to return the index of this particular location, because when you go from right to left, this is the place where new occurs at the first time. Okay, so this will be index number 21. In the next part, you have to split the given string my address wherever the comma character is present. So basically, the return value will be a list that will contain the substrings which are separated by commas. So the first substring is WZ1. Then since you see a comma, you end this substring here itself, and then the new substring would be from New Ganga Nagar till the next comma is encountered. Then as soon as the comma is encountered, this is the second value that will be returned in the return list, and then New Delhi. So basically, everywhere this separator character is present, it will give rise to a particular value in the returned list. Okay. The next operation that you have to perform is you have to split the given string on the basis of space characters. So wherever space is present, a new return value would be added to the list. So the space is present first time after the string new, okay, then after the word Ganga, then after the word Nagar comma new, entire string is a single value in the return list, and then the last word Delhi. Okay. In the next case, in the next part, you have to replace the word new with the word old in the string my address and return the new string that will be formed as a part of this replace operation. So new was appearing 2 times in the original string, and at each location you will be now replacing the new substring, which is the word old. Then comes the next and the second last part, in which you have to partition the given string using the comma separator. So the difference between split and partition is that partition will give you 3 strings, in which the second string would always be a separator string, and the remaining strings would be the words which or the substrings that are separated by the first separator. Okay, so what do I actually mean? See, the split function will break the original string every time the split separator is found in the original string. So every time a space was found, it was creating a new value in the list. But in case of partition, this is not the case. Okay, in the case of partition, the first time the separator is obtained, the remaining string after the separator will be considered as the third return value completely. There will be no further new value created after, even if the separator is present again. So if I compare the same part with this part in which you had to use the split function using the comma operator, the comma separator, the list that you were being returned consisted of 3 substrings, and these 3 substrings had a comma separating them. Okay. So the first comma separated the strings WZ1 and New Ganga Nagar, and the second comma was separating New Ganga Nagar from the string New Delhi. But in the same in the partition function, what you will do, you will just search the place where this separator is appearing the first time, and it is appearing the first time at this position. So the substring that is present at the right side of this particular separator will form the last return value in the tuple, and the string that is present on the left hand side of this particular separator will form the first value in the returned tuple, and the separator itself will form the second return value. Okay, now the the last part says you to find the index at which the word Agra is present in the given string. Now since Agra is not present in the given string, therefore you should remember that this particular built-in function returns an error whenever a substring that is provided as an argument is not present in the original string. So that is why there is a value error in this case. Okay, so that was all for today's video. I hope you have understood all these parts. In case you have any doubts about these questions, you can refer to us, mention it in the comment section below. We'll be happy to solve your doubts. Thank you for watching. Till we meet in the next video, mind your exam.